Yeah, I use social media. I use Instagram, Facebook, and I think, let's see, in the past 10 years, I have used Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, My Yearbook, Yahoo Chat, I believe. I have played RuneScape, Club Penguin, um, Pop Tropica, Instagram. I like to present myself as a happy person, someone that is always doing something, I guess, or someone that's not just idle. Um, I don't like to really put myself out there, I guess, and like revealing too much about myself as compared to other people that use Instagram. I definitely I definitely kind of monitor how many pictures I post too. I don't want to post so many that people will associate with me or think that I'm always on Instagram, that I'm always just taking pictures of myself and kind of infatuated with my life. With Facebook, I think I present myself a little differently. Facebook, I'll post just, a few more things. Like, I'll post about things that I believe strongly about. Not excessive though. I very rarely use it as a platform to voice my opinion, especially regarding politics. I think I've only done that a handful of times. Facebook is definitely a more practical and like family friendly type of platform or social media to connect with family, especially extended family. As a means of like posting pictures all the time and like posting statuses. I don't think my generation is interested in that as we once were. You're very limited to how you present yourself because you're like an avatar in order to communicate with others. So there's not really any pictures of yourself. I think in a lot of those you can chat with other users, and so that's one way you could present yourself, either good or bad. I don't think I think I just played the games. I think um, my presentations of myself, especially on Instagram and Facebook, are not completely accurate of who I am and what I do. I do not share a lot of do not share a lot regarding my work life or my time in school on either of those platforms. I think what I had said already too is that it probably doesn't accurately describe me in the way that I think people are looking at me on social media. I think they're looking at me like, or this is what I'm trying to put out, that I do something all the time. I'm not a boring person. Like, look at my interesting life. Maybe there's some like components of envy in there, like wanting people to be envious or jealous of me. I don't know. Um, I think one thing I do try to put out on my Instagram is my ability to do art, and that's a hobby I really like to do, and it really makes me feel good. But I think I also post pictures of my art on Instagram because I want to be acknowledged that I am a decent artist and that I can draw things. Honestly, just fishing for compliments, probably. I would probably go with a 6 or a 7. Let's make it a 6.5. I believe I do care about my online identities. And I think this comes from wanting to be liked, wanting to be noticed. I think getting acceptance and praise from other people makes us feel good. So why wouldn't we want, to tailor our identities so that people like us, and innately by doing that, we're caring what people think. Every post we choose to make, we are actively caring about another person's opinion, because the thing about social media is that it is for other people. I don't feel like I've been discriminated based on any of my identities on social media. Okay, so 10 years ago would have been when I was 13. I think that the first thing that came to mind that would be different was that I cared less when I was 13 about putting something on Facebook or Twitter that I would have regretted. I think there is still that initial idea that things could be deleted on Facebook and Twitter and then no one would see them again. I think that is very much less true nowadays. I am afraid of putting things on either on any social media that I will regret doing or regret saying, or that someone will come after me about. But in another way, I think I care more now about how I'm presented, and if I look good physically and as a person, if I'm seen as a good person to other people. I think I'm not sure if people are more critical now or were 10 years ago. I think that kids can be very, very mean and ruthless, but adults have been known to be the same way. I think middle school, early high school brings a lot of peer pressure and stress from fitting in and being accepted by your peers, that you would almost do anything to please people. But nowadays, people may be more critical in different ways, like what you're doing with your career, and if you dropped out of school, or if you have a kid, and how many kids you have, at what age. So I think it's just different types of being critical that we see. I have never worried about my online identities affecting a job or a career. I don't think I have put anything on social media that I would be ashamed of or embarrassed of, or I think that would like look bad on myself. I think that plays into how I want myself portrayed on the on social media and on the internet, and that I do tailor what I post, that it's not inappropriate and that it will not affect a future career or job. Yes, I do think that young girls feel pressured to create an online identity. I think this pressure comes from peers and social norms, social pressures of conforming, of being like your peers, of being liked by people. I remember when I was in middle school, feeling very much like I had to be like everyone else. At that point, social media was not very influential around 5th, 6th, maybe even into a little of 7th grade for me. I think I still was influenced by my peers in what I wore and what I did and how I said things, what kind of things I bought, what my interests were. I wanted those to be like my peers because I wanted people to like me. I think that kind of just gets transferred into the social media too, that we want to appear like we fit in, but maybe also there's pressure to be different and to show that you are different in whatever way, and you can easily do that online.